In this video, I'm going to show you how to play a beginner shout in the key of A flat. My name is Christine, and here at the Gospel Method, we want to make sure that you have all the tools you need to play your favorite gospel songs on the piano. For free resources like the one we're going to be using today, and many, many more, be sure to go over to thegospelmethod.com and create your free membership. And make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any free tutorials. We're going to jump right into our shout today. And this is a really, really fun song. It actually doesn't have any words. This is an instrumental thing that you play on the piano that gives you that fast shout feel. Now, this is part of a bigger document that has songs that go with it. So just like we had done in our level 1 course there, we had puzzle pieces that I called them. And shout is another one of those things that has pieces. So this is going to be piece number 1. You can play it all by itself if you want, but there are other pieces that have songs, and I'll show you as we go through the video, that you can connect with this puzzle piece and make like a longer medley. Okay, so today we're going to be doing the original shout, the basic shout in the key of A flat. I'll show you how to do it with both hands. It's very simple. It looks a little scary, but we're going to break it down and make it really easy for you. So I'm going to play through it first so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll jump right in. All right, so we're in the key of A flat. It's going to be quite fast. We're going to start with the A flat run. It's going to sound like this. Now, of course, you can play that much, much longer, but that's all the pieces that I'm going to show you in this original shout. So our chart looks a little different today. Normally we have words and chords. This one I've created a count for us. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is subdivision. So if you're unfamiliar with that, definitely check out the description box below. I'll put in a couple of our 1-hour lessons that talk about subdivisions and how that works. But basically, we're going to be playing 2 sounds for each beat. Okay, one and. It's going to be dun dun, 2 notes in there, okay? And then down below I've got the fingerings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our left hand. If you're not familiar with that, write that down. Fingering is going to be really important on a song like this because it's so fast. All right, so we're going to start with our thumb, finger 1 on A flat, and all of this chart is left hand. We are going to add the right hand in at the end, but this one, the left hand gets to shine. So A flat starts with our finger 1, C is going to stretch down, finger 5, D flat, finger 4, D, finger 3, E flat, finger 2, F, finger 1. Now we're going to cross over our 3rd finger to the G flat, and then our pointer finger, finger 2, is going to go on G. This A flat run is the most important part of shout. It's going to show up here, of course. And then also, if you go over to the premium membership and you do want those other puzzle pieces, this run is going to show up in a lot of our songs. Okay, so this is super, super important. You want to make sure you've got the fingering correct. Doesn't have to exactly be this fingering, but as long as it's something you can loop without having to stumble over your fingers, because we're going to play it over and over. So I'm playing A flat run, A flat run. Okay, and we're going to do that multiple times. So you want to make sure your fingering is smooth there. This is going to be one of those things that makes sense to look at, but actually getting into your fingers is going to take some practice. Okay, so that's our A flat run. Now, I'm actually going to jump down to the B flat run down here, and then I'll show you how to connect them together. So B flat run follows the same kind of pattern, but of course we're starting on B flat. So B flat, finger 1, D, finger 5, E flat, finger 4, E, finger 3, F, finger 2, G, finger 1, cross your 3rd finger, your middle finger, over to the A flat, finger 2 is A. Okay, so nice and smooth. We want to make sure we can do that B flat run nice and smooth because we're going to repeat it over and over within this shout. Okay, so that would be step 1. If this is something totally new to you, stop there. Learn those 2 runs first with the left hand so they are super comfortable. Now what we're going to do is connect them together. So we have the A flat. We want to get to B flat. We're going to use this A flat to B flat transition to get there. We don't want to just jump from one to the other. And this one is just going to go A flat, G, A flat, A. And you can see here it doesn't have subdivisions. It's going to feel a little slower. So finger 1 on A flat, finger 4 on G, finger 3 on A flat, finger 2 on A. So that way our thumb is ready to go on that B flat run. Okay, so I've done those fingerings feel a little weird, but it prepares you to get to the B flat. All right, so I'm going to play that through all together so you can hear it. So we've got A flat run once, A flat to B flat transition once, and the B flat run once. Okay, so here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now in real life, we're going to play those runs more than once, but I want you to hear how they connect. Okay, and the last little piece of this original shout is the E flat transition. Okay, so we have a little rest at the beginning, so no sound, and then on the and, we bring in that E flat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, the other option is some people prefer to play that B flat here, because we're coming from the B flat run. So they would go B flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, F, E flat. Either one is fine. You can decide which one you want to do. So if I'm going from B flat, it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can decide which you like there. All right, now how do we put this all together? We are going to play the A flat run multiple times. Play our A flat to B flat transition one time when we're ready to go to B flat. We play our B flat run multiple times, and then we use our E flat transition whenever we want to go back to the beginning to A flat. Okay, so let's do that in time, and then I'm going to show you how to add in the right hand. So here we go, A flat run. I'm going to do each run 4 times, just so you can get a feel of what that might sound like. So here we go, A flat run, A flat, A flat, A flat, transition, A, G, A flat, B flat run, B flat, B flat, B flat, E flat transition, back to A flat. Okay? So you get the idea how you can do those runs as many times as you want. Okay? Now, for adding in our right hand, I didn't write anything in here because I didn't want it to get confusing on the chart with numbers everywhere. There's already a lot of numbers, already a lot of letters. But what we're going to do is we're just going to play our chord. So if we're playing an A flat run, for example, we're going to play an A flat chord on the 1 beat and the 4 beat. And then when we get down to B flat, we're going to play a B flat chord on the 1 beat and the 4th beat. Okay, so our A flat run, or our A flat chord is going to look like this. So C, E, A flat's on the top, and then our B flat is going to look like this with B flat on the top. It's just going to make it sound a little nicer. Okay, so our runs would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You get the idea? So you could just hit them when you hear the 1 and the 4. B flat would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so nothing crazy on the right hand. The left hand is doing all the work. Now another way you can elevate this, you don't have to, but you could, is you can play your transitions with both hands. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, that would be right here. So both hands, and then here as well. Both hands. So my right hand, you could go on the A flat to B flat, you could go A flat with your 3rd finger, G, you could do it with your thumb, A flat with your 3rd finger again, and then 4 with your A. So 3, 1, 3, 4. So I'll write in this is your right hand fingerings. Again, I didn't want too many numbers on the actual handout for you guys because this is all optional. You don't need the right hand. But this is, take it a little up, you know? So it would sound like this together. We're just matching hands. And then on the E flat transition, we're going to do the same thing, but for all the 2s, it's going to be 3. And then it's going to be like that. So the right hand would go, we have E flat, so it'd be, so 2 and 3 with the right hand. So that way we're ready to get back up to the A flat. Okay, so let's see what that sounds like all together, nice and slow. A flat run, A flat run, A flat run, A flat run, transition, B flat run, B flat, B flat, B flat, transition, A flat, A flat. Okay, so you get the idea how you can add those hands together. Now, how do we end it? This is an infinite loop. It goes forever. If you want to end it, all you need to do is get back to your A flat run. Okay, so no matter where you are in the sequence, get back to A flat. Then when the last time you play the A flat run, play it twice as slow. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then a big A flat at the end. Or what I like to do, and I'll write it in for you, is D flat over A flat and then A flat. Okay? So pretend we're at the end, we're playing our A flat run as many times as we want. We want to end it, slow down. And then D flat over A flat, just hold it as long as you want, and then A flat as long as you want. Okay? So it's kind of like if you have your drummer, it's going to be just crash, crash. So you're just holding it. There's no counting there. Okay? We need to land the plane. All right? Now, if you want to, for extra fun, when you do that very last slow motion A flat, you could do it with both hands. Gives it a little extra. Okay? So fingering for that would be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then you could jump over to your A flat, D flat on the right hand, A flat. Okay, so again, let's pretend I'm coming from my E flat transition. I'm in A flat on the very top, A flat run. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. I'm gonna end it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. But we're not really counting that, just until you're done. Ta-da! Okay? So that is the original shout. This is puzzle piece number 1. Now, I've got other video tutorials over in the premium membership. Make sure you go over to thegospelmethod.com. Check that out. It's a really reasonable monthly rate. You get access to all of our tutorials. But I've got things like, I want to praise, I gotta praise, and I gotta get it out. Okay, we've got, when I think about Jesus, what he's done for me. When I think about Jesus and how, right? We've got those ones. We've got to God be the glory. All right, so I've got some other pieces that have words that you can actually connect together with this shout and make like a long medley of shouts. And in those videos, I show you how to connect the puzzle pieces. Okay, so start with this one. When you're ready to move on, go over to the premium membership at thegospelmethod.com. In that membership, we do have a library of all 12 keys with lots of songs in there. We've got lots of intermediate tutorials, handouts like the one you've got today, and there's a Zoom session once a month where you can come in live and ask me questions, show me your playing, and get some feedback. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, like this video, and we'll see you next week for another tutorial.